Okay, let's get started. We need to review the applicants for Jason's old job.
Let's begin by discussing who's the top candidate of each of our lists. I want everyone's input on this. Which candidate do you like, Dave?
I like the applicant from Chicago. He has a good education. He got his degree from Northwestern and received a 95% on the selection test.
I remember him.
He does have good test scores, but look what the interview said about him. The interviewer says, nice guy, but doesn't seem very interested in the job. We really want to hire somebody that really isn't interested in this position.
That's an excellent point, Bob. I'm glad you really brought that up. We need to discuss more than just test scores. Remember what happened with Alina? She had excellent test scores, but no people skills. Needless to say, she was a pain to work with. We need to pay close attention to what the applicant's references say. Dave, what did this applicant's letters of reference say?
I think they were good.
Well, you have the folder. Take a look and check.
Well, actually, his letters don't really say much about his personality. In fact, they barely touch on the subject. One says, generally a good person to work with.
Is that all they say about his personality?
Pretty much. That's about it. I mean, it just says he's above average as far as working with people goes, and they keep emphasizing his technical skills.
This is a public PR type of job, so our applicant needs to be able to work well with people. This guy from Chicago, he might be good behind the scenes, but not no job like this. Let's move on to the next applicant.
Are you sure that's the right decision?
Well, I know we're making a big assumption about this guy's personality, but considering the time pressure that we're under and the large number of applicants, I think we have no other choice but to eliminate people this way.
That makes sense.
I think Sue is really looking at it the right way. We need to look at all aspects of the applicants.
All right, well, let's move on to the lady from New York. I see here she got her degree from NYU. Previous experience looks good. Her letters of reference are glowing, but I can't seem to find her interview notes.
No, I didn't see them in her folder. I don't think she's done the interview yet.
Libby, after this meeting, I want you to get on the phone with Human Resources and let them know that we're missing his interview notes. We have to make this decision really quickly, and we need as much information as we can possibly get.
Okay, I'll do it after lunch.
Actually, thanks for doing that, Olivia. It's going to be a big help. I think we should go through the list and start eliminating people. Dave, you have the folder in the applicant from Pittsburgh. I seem to remember these in weak credentials. Check on his experience in education.
Yes, he has very little work experience and only 2 years of college.
Well, the guy from Pittsburgh's out. I was also concerned about the woman from Albany. Libby, you haven't given us your opinion, at least. What do you think of her?
Well, she doesn't have her degree either, and she has very little relevant training. Perhaps we should eliminate them both.
Well, I think we need everyone's input on this. What do the rest of you think?
I agree, both out.
Yes, I agree. Dave, take notes about who we've eliminated, and then tell Martha who to notify the candidates.
Okay, I'll have her send a standard rejection letter.
Oh, this guy from California, I don't like this guy. Bob, you have his folder. Look and see if his interview went as badly as I think it did.
Well, yeah, his interview didn't go so well, and his test scores were marginal. You know, I'm not a big fan of hiring people only on the basis of the test scores, but I don't want to hire anybody that scored as low as this guy did. Have we ever hired somebody who scored as low in a selection test?
I can't think of anyone.
I don't think so.
Well, for fairness reasons, sorry, we need to be certain of that. Sue, why don't you get a hold of the testing records to verify this?
Okay.
I think we ought to eliminate any candidates who don't meet the minimum score on the test. We need to shorten our list, and it's a really good way of doing it.
I agree. I guess that's why they call it a minimum score.
Good idea, Dave. I think that's a smart way to proceed.
Okay.
Well, that eliminates the guy from California. Let's discuss the candidate from Pennsylvania next. Dave, do you have any information on her?
Yes. Woman from Pennsylvania, looks very promising, graduated in the top 5% of her class, excellent experience, good letters of reference. Listen to this, Julie is among the best I've ever worked with, and she scored a 90% on the selection test.
Does it say anything about her willingness to relocate?
Yes, it says she'd be willing to move here.
Well, I think this candidate should be one of our top picks. Albert, I still like that applicant from New York. What do the rest of you think about waiting for her interview comments?
I think that sounds reasonable. Both candidates sound good, but we can't make any final decisions without all the information.
Lindsay, we haven't heard your opinion. What do you think about considering other applicants?
I think these two are our top candidates, but we do need to wait for the information on that one candidate.
Dave, call the applicant from New York and check if she has done the interview. You know, Libby's already checking with Human Resources about this, and I don't want to burden her too much.
Okay. I guess we're done.